What if I told you the most important home run in baseball history was hit by a man who received nearly 1 million pieces of hate mail?
Why didn't you hit a home run? Why did you take this pitch? It was pressure because if you never played the game of baseball, people don't realize that you just can't walk up to the plate and hit a home run anytime you want to.
A man who quietly became the greatest all-around hitter who ever lived, a towering blast to right field. The biggest cheers from Atlanta Fulton County Stadium go to the new home run king himself, Hank Aaron.
Straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone.
By the end of this video, you'll understand why Hank Aaron isn't just baseball's home run king. He's one of America's most courageous heroes. This is the story of a man who changed America, one swing at a time. The greatest hitter in baseball history started by hitting bottle caps with a broomstick. Henry Louis Aaron was born in Mobile, Alabama in 1934, one of 8 children in a working-class family. Money was always tight in the Aaron household, but love and determination were abundant. The family lived in a shotgun house in Down the Bay, one of Mobile's poorest neighborhoods. Henry shared a bed with his brothers, and they often went without electricity when the bills couldn't be paid. Young Henry showed an early love for baseball, but growing up black in Alabama meant limited opportunities. He played in sandlots with makeshift equipment, bottle caps for balls, sticks for bats. The Aaron children would spend hours perfecting their swings this way, developing the quick hands and keen eye that would later make Henry famous. The man who would break Babe Ruth's record learned to hit by tracking spinning bottle caps. Herbert Aaron, Henry's father, instilled a fierce work ethic in his children. He told Henry something he would never forget. If he was going to pursue baseball, he had to be twice as good as everyone else because he was black. Henry took those words to heart. After school, he worked at a local ice company, loading 300-pound blocks of ice onto trucks. The work was backbreaking, but it built the incredible wrist and forearm strength that would later generate tremendous power at the plate. Every swing that would terrorize major league pitchers was forged lifting ice blocks in Alabama. One of Aaron's most cherished childhood memories was listening to Brooklyn Dodgers games on the radio following Jackie Robinson's career. Robinson became his hero, not just for his baseball skills, but for his courage in breaking barriers. Little did Aaron know, he would soon follow in those footsteps in the most dramatic way possible. Everything changed when Indianapolis Clowns scout Ed Scott spotted Aaron playing in a crosstown game. Scott offered Aaron $200 a month to join the Negro League team. For a teenager from Mobile whose family was struggling to pay rent, it was a fortune. Aaron's mother was reluctant to let her 18-year-old son leave home. The night before he was supposed to leave for Indianapolis, Estella Aaron sat on her son's bed and cried. Finally, she gave him her blessing, along with 2 sandwiches and $2, all the money she had. Aaron's time with the Indianapolis Clowns was an education in both baseball and life. The team traveled in a rickety bus, often driving all night between games. They couldn't stay in white hotels or eat at white restaurants. Aaron learned quickly what it meant to be a black ball player in the 1950s America. But the experience also taught him about resilience and brotherhood, lessons that would prove invaluable in the years to come. After just 3 months with the Clowns, Major League scouts came calling. The Boston Braves offered Aaron a contract and a signing bonus, more money than his family had ever seen at one time. Aaron signed immediately. Here's an incredible twist. His teammate Willie Mays was also being scouted by the Giants, and legend has it, they would have taken Aaron too if he had waited just one more day. Imagine if Aaron and Mays had been teammates their entire careers. Aaron's first assignment was to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. For a young man who had never been outside the South, Wisconsin might as well have been another planet. The cold weather was shocking. Aaron had never seen snow before. But in many ways, Wisconsin was more welcoming than Alabama. For the first time in his life, Aaron experienced what it was like to be judged primarily by his talent rather than his skin color. On April 13, 1954, Aaron made his Major League debut against the Cincinnati Reds. His first hit was a double-off pitcher Vic Raschi. As he stood on second base, Aaron thought about his parents back in Alabama listening on the radio. He had made it. In 1957, Aaron exploded onto the national scene. He hit 44 home runs and drove in 132 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Braves to the World Series championship. In the series against the powerful New York Yankees, Aaron was magnificent, hitting .393 with 3 home runs. He was named National League MVP that year. What made Aaron special wasn't just his power, it was his complete mastery of hitting. He could turn on a fastball for a home run, slap a curveball to right field for a single, or work a walk when the situation demanded it. His approach was almost scientific. He studied every pitcher in the league, keeping mental notes on their tendencies. By the mid-1960s, Aaron had established himself as one of the game's premier players. But consider this remarkable stat. He hit at least 20 home runs for 20 consecutive seasons. That's 2 decades of elite power. From 1955 to 1973, Aaron never hit fewer than 24 home runs in a season. To put that in perspective, Mike Trout, arguably the best player of this generation, has only had 11 seasons with 20 or more home runs. No player in history has maintained Aaron's level of excellence for so long. When the Braves moved from Milwaukee to Atlanta in 1966, Aaron was 32 years old with 398 career home runs. By the late 1960s, whispers began about Aaron's pursuit of Babe Ruth's 714 career home runs. Many fans, particularly in the South, weren't ready to see a black man break the Bambino's sacred record. The hate mail became a flood as Aaron approached the record. In 1973 and 1974 alone, he received over 900,000 pieces of mail, and much of it was vicious. The letters threatened Aaron and his family with violence and death. FBI agents began accompanying him to games. The Braves hired security guards to protect his family. One letter particularly haunted Aaron. It was addressed to his young daughter, threatening to kidnap her if he continued his pursuit of the record. The stress was enormous. Aaron was breaking under the pressure, sleeping poorly, eating little. But he had a mission that extended beyond baseball. Jackie Robinson, though battling serious health issues, became a source of strength. "You have an obligation," Robinson told him, "not just to yourself, but to everyone who comes after you." Aaron never lashed out publicly at his tormentors. He channeled everything into his swing. In 1973, at age 39, Aaron hit 40 home runs, finishing the season with 713, just one short of Ruth's record. All of baseball and all of America would be watching in 1974. On opening day, April 4th, 1974, Aaron stepped to the plate facing Cincinnati's Jack Billingham. The swing was smooth, level, powerful. The ball sailed toward the left center field wall and cleared the fence, tying Ruth's record at 714. 4 days later, on April 8th, 1974, a Monday night game against the Los Angeles Dodgers, Aaron stepped to the plate in the 4th inning facing pitcher Al Downing. The stadium was packed with 53,775 fans. Aaron's parents had flown in from Mobile, the first time they had ever seen their son play in person. The second pitch was a fastball, belt high over the plate. Aaron's quick wrists snapped through the zone, sending the ball on a majestic arc toward the left center field wall. Home run number 715, history. As Aaron rounded the bases, 2 young fans ran onto the field to congratulate him. His teammates mobbed him at home plate. Fireworks exploded over the stadium. The crowd rose as one, giving Aaron a standing ovation that seemed to last forever, a moment of unity in a divided America. Aaron didn't stop at 715. He finished his career with 755 home runs, a record that would stand for 33 years until Barry Bonds surpassed it in 2007. But look at the complete picture of Aaron's greatness. 755 home runs, 2,297 RBIs, still the all-time record today, 3,771 hits, a .305 lifetime batting average, selected to 25 All-Star games. 25 All-Star games. That's more than some players have seasons in the majors, but Aaron's legacy extends far beyond numbers. He had done more than break a record. He had helped break down barriers and change America. Unlike Babe Ruth, who played in a segregated era against only white competition, Aaron faced the best players of all backgrounds and still dominated for over 2 decades. When he broke the record while enduring death threats, he proved that courage and dignity could triumph over hatred. He showed that black athletes could be heroes on the grandest stage, handling pressure that would have crushed most men. Today, when we see stars like Mookie Betts, Ronald Acuna Jr., or any player of any background succeeding in baseball, we can trace their path back to what Aaron made possible. Hank Aaron's story isn't just baseball history, it's American history. From hitting bottle caps with broomsticks in segregated Alabama to breaking the most famous record in sports while receiving death threats, this man redefined what courage looks like. He didn't just chase a record, he carried the weight of history on his shoulders and never buckled. And here's something most people don't know. Aaron kept every single piece of hate mail he received, all 900,000 pieces. He donated them to the National Baseball Hall of Fame so that future generations would never forget what he endured. He wanted the truth preserved, not sanitized. That's the mark of a man who understood his place in history, not just as a baseball player, but as a testament to the struggle for equality in America. The most powerful swing isn't the one that breaks records, it's the one that breaks barriers. If this story resonated with you, join us here at Chronicles of the Game. Hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into more incredible stories of athletes who changed the world, not just highlight reels, but the deeper chronicles that show us what courage really means. This is Chronicles of the Game, where legends are remembered and history comes alive.